Welcome to my top 10 list of VA claims that practically print you a 50% rating or higher. Alright, grab some popcorn and get comfortable because today we're diving into the creme de la creme of VA claims. The ones that practically beg to give you a 50% or higher. Why start at 50%? Well, it's like the starting level for a true gamer. If you're stuck at 90% already, that extra boost might just nudge you over the edge into the golden 100% club. Because with the VA math, 5 points at 50% can be a real game changer. Let's break down the list. And yes, puns are included. Question: have you subscribed yet? What are you waiting for? Help me get this content out to other veterans that need it. First up, plantar fasciitis. That fancy term for when your foot's connective tissue decides to pull a nope and refuses to cooperate. Imagine every step feels like a protest from the heel to the ball of your foot. Now, back in the day, this was a no-brainer 50% claim. But recently, the VA dropped that down to a 40% max if it's in both feet and doesn't get relief from anything, not even the good meds. You can get a 30% if it's both feet, 20% for one, and a nice cozy 10% for mild cases. Aim for those double foot issues, if you can, folks. By the way, if any of this sounds like uncharted territory, don't worry. My course breaks down each of these claims, plus all the proof and paperwork strategies you need to get you there. So you're not just filing a claim, you're locking in those benefits. Next up, we're looking at sleep apnea, the sleep robber that likes to pause your breathing like an annoying older sibling holding down the remote. If you've got a CPAP or any other contraption just to keep you breathing at night, you're looking at a solid 50%. But the VA is strict about this one. No CPAP, no 50%. If you're just getting sleepy during the day, that'll get you a 30%, which, hey, still helps, but isn't the holy grail of ratings. So if you've got a CPAP, make sure the VA knows. It's all about proof. Alright, on to major depressive disorder. This one can help you grab a lovely 70% rating. Depression, PTSD, anxiety, that's all lumped together under mental health conditions. So if it's easier for you to prove depression than PTSD, that's your golden ticket. For 70%, you need to show it's impacting your life in most areas: work, social life, the whole shebang. Just a little blue here and there won't cut it. But if it's serious and affecting the way you live, work, or even brush your teeth, you could be in for a high value 70% bracket. The value claim trio: major depressive disorder, migraines, sleep apnea. Now let's talk high stakes strategy. Combine major depressive disorder at 70%, migraines at 50%, and sleep apnea at 50%, and you've got yourself one heck of a powerhouse claim. That trio alone gets you into 90% territory. If you crunch the numbers, you're looking at 70 plus 50 plus 50, which puts you around 93%. Rounding down, get you 90. Just 2 more points get you into that 100% dreamland. And that is all before you can even tap into smaller claims. Talk about getting the most bang for your buck. If you haven't already, hit the like button because I know you're loving this content. Alright, this is a clever one. If you're working with a spine condition like degenerative disc disease, typically rated at 40%, here's a smart move. Add secondary conditions. Think of it as building a solid VA claims tower. You're building on each other with these secondary claims. Left and right lower extremities can add another 40% each. And somatic symptom disorder, which is pain-related mental health, can tack on even more. Stack it all up, and now you're moving the needle toward a full disability rating without even trying too hard. Here's a heavy hitter duo, TBI and PTSD. Traumatic brain injury alone can score you a 70% or even a full 100% if it's severe enough. And if you've got PTSD separately, that'll rate that on its own too. TBI and PTSD are like a 1-2 punch combo in the VA claim world. Plus, if you qualify for special monthly compensation, SMCT, we're talking about $10,000 plus tax-free per month. This isn't just compensation, it's compensation deluxe. Just be ready to provide solid medical proof. They don't just hand these ratings out. Okay, let's get back to our old friend, degenerative disc disease. If your initial rating's at a humble 10%, no worries. You can build it up. Add sciatica on both lower extremities. That's a 10% each. Throw in a mental health secondary like depressive disorder at 50%, and you're suddenly swimming in more compensation dollars. It's all about stacking those secondaries, folks. Finally, let's talk about the heavy hitters that get you a straight up 100% rating, no math or stacking required. Chronic heart disease, chronic fatigue syndrome, lung cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. These big time conditions all qualify you for a 100% rating from the start. And the best part? These are often conditions that speak for themselves. They're big, obvious, and they qualify for maximum compensation. It's like hitting the jackpot without having to play all the games. Want to know what's coming to your monthly benefits with the 2025 COLA? Head to this next video for the full rundown.